back in time. Picture this, a land with huge pyramids touching the sky and endless golden sand. It was a place full of magic and secrets, especially one huge secret about what happens after your life is over.
Whoa, hold on. Lighter than a feather? How can a heart be lighter than a feather? That sounds impossible, right? But believe it or not, this was the most important rule in ancient Egypt. It was a super important test that every single person had to face.
All right, let's get into it. See, for the ancient Egyptians, your life here on Earth, that was kind of like just the first chapter in a giant adventure book. They believed that when that chapter ended, a way bigger, super magical journey was only just getting started.
Yeah, you heard that right. They were totally sure that your soul, the real you inside, lived on forever and ever. It was so important to them that they even did this special thing called mummification, which was basically like packing your bags to make sure you were all ready for the incredible trip ahead. So where is this big journey taking you? Well, you arrive at this amazing, gigantic, sparkling room called the Hall of Judgment. Now, don't let the name fool you. It's not some spooky, scary place. Nope. It's more like a magical game show room where your biggest test ever is about to happen. And guess what? You don't have to do this alone. There's a guide waiting for you, and his name is Anubis. Now, he might look a little different. He has the head of a jackal, but he's actually a super kind guardian. He's there to help you out and show you the way. Pretty cool, huh? And look who else is there. It's the great King Osiris. He's the one in charge of the beautiful afterlife, which is like the best paradise you can imagine. It's full of awesome things to do, and he's there watching, totally hoping you're gonna make it in to join the party. Uh-oh, there's someone else in the room, and she is interesting. She's part crocodile, part lion, and part hippo. Her name is Ammit, the Heart Eater. Yeah, you heard me. And trust me on this one, you do not want her to get hungry. Okay, here we go. This is it, the moment of truth. Your entire journey has been leading up to this one single test, and everything depends on two little things, your heart and one tiny magical feather. Now, this is no ordinary feather you'd find on the ground. No way. This is the feather of Ma'at. Ma'at is the idea of truth and fairness, and this feather is basically a truth detector. It has a magical power that lets it know every single good and honest thing you've ever done. So Anubis walks over to this giant, shiny, golden scale, and everyone gets super quiet. First, he very gently places your heart on one side of the scale. Then he takes that magical feather of truth and places it on the other side. And the scale starts to move, getting ready to tell everyone the secret of your heart. So this is it, the big moment. Which way will the scale tip? It's gonna decide everything that happens next. It's like a fork in the road. Your soul can go one of two ways, but only one of them leads to that awesome paradise. So what's the deal with the weight? Well, a heavy heart is one that's weighed down by not so nice things, like fibs or being mean. That kind of heart sinks way down on the scale. But a light heart, that's one filled with kindness and telling the truth. And it floats right up, even higher than the feather. And that's it. Only two things can happen. No second chances, no do-overs. The pressure is on. What happens next is all about one simple question. Is your heart heavy or is it light? Okay, so if your heart is heavy and the scale tips down, oh boy. Remember Ammit, the heart eater? Well, she finally gets her snack. And just like that, poof, your soul's journey ends and you disappear forever. But if your heart is super light, if it floats up higher than that feather, then yes, you pass the test. The giant doors to paradise swing open, and you get to go hang out with King Osiris forever in the coolest, most fun place ever. So now you're probably thinking, okay, how do I get one of those light hearts? That's the big question, right? Well, the ancient Egyptians said the secret isn't really a secret at all. It's actually super, super simple. Here it is. Your actions matter. That's it. Every little thing you do counts. Every single time you choose to be kind or tell the truth, you're literally making your heart lighter. You can think of them like light heart power-ups. Sharing your snacks with a friend? Ka-ching! Your heart just got a little lighter. Telling the truth, even when it's kinda hard. Zing! Lighter again. What about giving someone a huge hug or helping with chores? Power up. See? You're already on your way to having the lightest heart ever. So let's think about that for a second. If that giant golden scale magically appeared right here, right now, and it was your turn, what would you want your heart to be filled with? All the times you laughed super hard? All the nice things you did for people? Pretty cool to think about, huh?
All right, pop quiz. Picture it. You're standing in that big magical hall. Anubis is there. Osiris is watching. How do you feel? Are you A, totally calm, B, a little bit nervous, C, super confident, or D, kind of unsure? What do you think?
You know, those ancient Egyptians figured out a really big secret, one that's just as true now as it was thousands of years ago. It's a secret about your heart. It's that your heart has a voice. It remembers every single act of kindness. And in the end, it's your heart that tells your story. And guess what? It always, always tells the truth.